Welcome back to another video. This is my third iteration of my POV Street photography series. You guys seem to really like these type of videos, so I decided to do a third one. Now, before we get into the video, I've noticed that, the view counts on these type of videos have been really great, but the majority of you are not subscribing. I understand I'm a smaller channel, and do understand this. It takes a lot of effort and resources to make these type of videos happen. I usually have to travel to Toronto because I don't actually live in the city of Toronto to film these videos. So if you do appreciate the content that I'm putting out there, please take just a second out of your day and subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, but it allows me to see that you're really engaged with this content, and it gives me the motivation to create more of these. So again, please take a second to subscribe, leave a comment, and hit the like button. It really goes a long way. In this episode, I was walking to my doctor's office, so I was on a bit of a time crunch. Therefore, I didn't spend a lot of energy on composition. What I primarily wanted to see is, again, how this lens performs, and I was primarily looking for colors. The second first for me is, I decided to shoot all of these photos in JPEG. I've heard a lot about Fuji color science and JPEGs, and in my previous videos, you know that I've not been a fan of the Fuji colors right out of camera, but I do know that the files are very flexible, and I've always said that one thing I love about Fuji files is that you can mold it to whatever you want it to be, so the color science is not a big deal for me. However, when you shoot in JPEG, that's when you're really getting Fuji's processing, and so this was the first time I did that, and to my pleasant surprise, I have a lot to say about that. If you're not familiar with what Fuji X Weekly recipes are, it's an app that has a lot of recipes that are user submitted that are meant to emulate film stocks. And so I've had this app for a long time, never really tried it out, and I thought this would be a perfect time to not only try and emulate film, but also shoot in JPEG to see what that Fuji processing looks like. And I gotta say, spoiler alert, the results are really, really good, and I'm excited to show it to you. With that said, let's get into the video, and I'll tell you my thoughts at the end of this video. Enjoy.
Time to wake up. Be
rather be alone in my zone writing poems. When I get in, I take a shower, read a book and feel empowered. Smoking on that sour got me counting down the hours, thinking of all the shit that they could do but won't allow us. Then I realize they all some cowards. The world is ours. Me and my brother twin like the towers, and we want it now, never later. No more favors done with all these traitors who be haters on the low. They just hate to see you grow, so I'd rather be alone in my zone writing poems, cause I'm never on the road. And I'd rather stay at home, and life been moving fast lately, trying to get a grasp, and every day I'm mad lately. Never let it drive me crazy, you do this for my old lady, yeah.
They told us stay quiet, better close your lips. We never thought we'd get our chance to speak. So we just stay grinding, trying to hold our chips, and thank God for our chance to breathe. They told us stay quiet, better close your lips. We never thought we'd get our chance to speak. So we just stay grinding, trying to hold our chips, and thank God for our chance to breathe. So let us breathe in.
CX, you change, but a bunch of people feelings. Reaching for the top, and now I ain't got no ceilings. Pour me up a cup or two so it can stop the bleeding. Roll me up a spliff or two, and now I'm hella weeded, cause I'm feeling like I want it, but I don't know if I need it. Took a few L's, but that undefeated. Same shit, different day, why this so repeated? If we don't talk no more, it's probably cause I felt mistreated. Bad enough I don't hear excuses, trust me, you could keep it. Saw it coming from a mile away once I peeped it. Caught up in that drama, mama, I don't get between it. They be trying to turn it on you, damn, they really tweaking.
We broke, but we wealthy in ability and hopes fits. No, we only need the brokerage. We only overage, overseeing all the dope. Killing these cats with they facilities. Flush down the drain, leaning through all 8 lives till that become they centerpiece. Unfold and be a masterpiece at half of all our faculties. We actually dope, you just don't know the half of we.
We actually dope, you just don't know the half of we.
They told us stay quiet, better close your lips. We never thought we'd get our chance to speak. So we just stay grinding, trying to hold our chips, and thank God for our chance to breathe. They told us stay quiet, better close your lips. We never thought we'd get our chance to speak. So we just stay grinding, trying to hold our chips, and thank God for our chance to breathe. So let us breathe in.
Welcome back. So first things first, the Fuji X Weekly recipe that I was using is called Kodacolor VR. Now I do not know if that's a real film stock, but regardless, I really like the colors that were coming out of it and the strong colors. I think it really brought out the vibrancy that you can find downtown Toronto. With that said, the Fujifilm processing, I truly understand it now. These are some of the best images that I've seen. Now, it's not the best composition. These are not any award-winning photos, but the processing of the JPEGs, I can't really describe it, but I now understand why a lot of you Fuji shooters really swear by the Fuji JPEGs, and I'm on board now, so great job over there. When it comes to the 56mm f1.2, my thoughts are kind of mixed. To the surprise of no one, this is one of Fuji's oldest lenses, and so when it comes to the autofocusing motors that are in there, to be honest, they're not fast at all. So when it came to shooting in high-speed environment, really trying to get those quick shots off, I failed a lot of times. I'm only showing you about, 30 to 40 images in this video, but in reality, I took about 200 photos, and most of those photos were out of focus because I was trying to catch the subject in split seconds, and it wasn't able to focus that fast. So if you're looking for a lens that is a bit of a telephoto lens to do street photography, I would probably recommend that you go with one of Fuji's other newer lenses, or I would recommend you to try probably Viltrox's 56mm lens. I haven't personally tried that lens, but I do know that it has newer motors, and so I believe it might be slightly faster based on the reviews that I've seen on YouTube. Now, when this lens hit, it really, really hit. If you're the type of street photographer that likes to camp out in one spot and pre-focus, the results that you're going to get from this lens are simply breathtaking. I really like the fact that this lens allows in a lot of lights with that aperture of 1.2, and the results are really, really creamy. It's really hard to describe, and I hope that what I'm saying has been conveyed through the photos that you saw, but let's just say that when this lens hits, it really, really hits. So, in conclusion, would I use this lens for street photography? Yes and no. Yes, if I am going to stay in one spot, pre-focus, take lots of photos of things that don't necessarily move at a high pace, this lens would be perfect. If I was looking to capture fast-moving subjects, I don't believe that this would be the right lens to pair it with, and I also don't believe that this is necessarily the right camera to use. Don't get me wrong, the XT3 is still really, really good in 2022, but, with the older focusing technology and the older motors of this 56mm lens, I don't think that that's the right pairing if you're trying to capture split-second moments. With that said, again, if you're camping out, if you're slow-paced photography, if you're capturing architecture primarily, this lens is really, really good, and I like the fact that it allows you to stand, far away from your subject and be a little bit inconspicuous so that you don't have to necessarily deal with the confrontation of individuals seeing that you're taking pictures of them. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. If you really appreciate this type of content, like I said before, please subscribe below, hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment, and I'll make more of these types of videos. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.